On the 26th of June, during an extraordinary meeting of the Snowy Monaro Regional Council, independent councillors sought to amend a motion by asking Council to write to New South Wales Environment Minister Penny Sharpe, urging the cessation of aerial Brumby culling in the Kosciuszko National Park. The amendment argued that wild horses form part of the Snowy Mountains' cultural heritage, contribute to the region's tourism economy, and align with the Council's own community strategic plan objectives relating to preserving the region's cultural identity and heritage. The proposal was ruled outside the scope of the meeting and ultimately rejected by the Council majority. Only weeks later, recent horse counts raised serious questions about the remaining wild horse population in parts of Kosciuszko National Park. Some observers now believe the concerns expressed during this debate may have been more prescient than many realized at the time. In this video, we allow the meeting to speak for itself. Watch the discussion, hear the arguments, and decide for yourself whether Council should have acted sooner.
Is there any more amendments before we go back to the original motion?
One last amendment?
Yes, Councillor Faber.
One last amendment is we write to the Minister of the Environment, Penny Sharpe, opposing the aerial culling of Brumbies.
Oh, sorry.
Point of order, that is totally outside of this council's responsibility.
Sorry. Sorry, councillors, I'll run the meeting. Thank you. It has nothing to do with the budgets. No, it does not, Councillor Faber. I'm telling you.
I will rise a
motion of dissent.
Motion of dissent.
Yep,
because
motion of dissent.
If we look at, motion of dissent. So what I'm proposing is that
I want to know the motion of dissent.
Motion of dissent. Well, the motion of dissent, if we look at, it's not a page number, page 9, I believe, of the operational plan, it's the draft community strategic plan through to 2042, the community vision. Snowy Monaro region is a welcoming, diverse and inclusive community where everyone can belong, participate and work together. Our natural environment and heritage are preserved and enhanced for future generations. Under the purple column, our community, our health and wellbeing needs are met through living in an inclusive and safe community.
Councillor, I'm going to point of order. What is your motion of dissent first? What was my ruling?
I'm bringing the reason why it's appropriate.
No, but you don't debate the reason why. You just have to tell me why it's inappropriate.
You cut me off before I even got halfway through writing what the amendment might be.
So what you should be doing then, I'm ruling that Brumbies have nothing to do with the operation budget. Well, that's my ruling.
I say
you have to. Okay, and you have to now tell me why Brumbies have to do with it.
So I'm grounding my reasons in our draft community strategic plan. If we look in the purple column, it says strategic objective 2. Our region's cultural identity is respected and embraced. 2.1. Retain the region's cultural history. 2.2. Preserve and protect historically significant sites. 2.3. Diverse cultures are embraced and shared across the community. So here we have our plan, which we're here to adopt today. And observing this plan is about preserving culture and heritage sites. The Brumbies are part of our culture and our heritage. I'm asking a letter be written, not any expenditure, a letter be written. The reason being we have significant tourism benefit deriving from visitation to KNT. We have medal Brumbies on the boundary of the ACT.
What is the dissent?
His dissent is that he believes that what he's talking about is a part of the operation plan. I'll then explain my point and then we'll vote for it.
Yeah. So what I'm suggesting is that this is not an expense or expenditure item. This is in recognition of revenue, that we can have more tourists come if we write a letter asking for the minister to obey New South Wales law where there is a designated retention zone where 3,000 Brumbies are allowed to live. There are 5 designated protected breeds.
This is political stunt. It's got nothing.
Point of order, a former mandate.
Sorry, Councillor.
Point of order.
I am requesting that the council write a letter.
No, I've declined it. He's going to keep talking, and then I'll just say why, and then we'll put it to the floor.
So in recognition of the draft community strategic plan and in recognition of the ideals, our community, our economy, our environment, our infrastructure, our civic leadership, reflecting back on those ideals, I'm recommending that in adopting these plans, one more task is that we write a letter, and I would ask the council to support that in recognition of chasing revenue, chasing fees and charges, chasing people to come to our area and use our area, which is what all of this is about. This is not just about taking away rubbish and pumping people's poos. That's alliteration, by the way. This is about the livability of our community. And I challenge your ruling on the basis that you cut me off before I even got halfway through the motion that I would propose, right to the Minister, to oppose the aerial culling of Brumbies in support of the tourism benefits from the visitation of KNP, and that I can ground that in support of our strategic objectives 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. It's not unlawful. It's not an expense item. It's a letter. And if we value our tourism reputation for skiing, you can do ski jumps in the snow and you can do ski jumps in the summer. Who would have thought? You can ride mountain bikes in the snow and you can ride mountain bikes in the summer. You can look at horses in the summer and you can look at horses in the winter, but not for much longer.
Thank you. I'll just comment that this has nothing to do with the operation plan that we are delivering and debating today. This has got to do with nothing to do with the community strategic plan in that sense that we're talking about the operation plan, renewal policy and long-term financial plan. So that is why I voted to say that is unlawful, your motion, and that is my reason. I'll put the motion of dissent. All those in favour of the motion of dissent, Councillor Rose, Councillor Thaler, Councillor Stewart, Councillor... we're voting that dissent. I'm wrong and he's right.
Oh.
Sorry?
I think we should be, but I don't think it's not appropriate.
I'm saying it's not appropriate. Yeah. You could bring it back next month into a council meeting, and I have no issue with that, and I'll probably support it. Yeah. However, that's not what we're talking about today.
Yeah, no, well, I'll support.
That is why we need to. I'm not saying I'm not supporting of that council thing. I'm just saying.
I think.
Thank you. I'm not saying I'm not going to support it next month. It's just not today.
I know. I appreciate that.
So that is the reason why. Sorry, I just need a hands of who's just. Councillor Rose, Councillor Thaler, Councillor Rooney, Councillor Williamson, all those against. Councillor Hopkins, Councillor Summers, Councillor Stewart, Councillor Davis, Councillor Elliott, Councillor Higgins, Councillor Hannah. Sorry?
No,
he was against.
Well, when I support what you said, but it's the wrong time.
Yeah.
If you bring up...
All right, we're lost. Now,